Hello everyone, I hope everybody is staying on the upside. I'm going to hang out up here in the corner if it's alright. A new release by X Lite on a 25H2, and we will take a look at it in just a moment. We will mosey on over to their website and see what we are looking at. Now, I've said it and I've said it. They have a beautiful website here. The colors are great. Everything pops, and you can't beat it, you know. But here's their new release that came out yesterday evening, I think. And as I said, they got a awesome website. We will just take a look at it real quick. Now, I normally run their Windows 10, like to record and things such as that, because they're so lightweight. All I need is a recorder and a video editor on here, and I'm good to go. On this particular one, actually, I took the Windows 10 off and tried this one out because it was a new release. You can go to their downloads and it shows everything that they got here, like Windows 10, Windows 11 Special Edition builds, Ultimate Light builds, and bare bones, which would be like a Arch Linux kinda. And then they also have update packages, different software, registry tweaks, and wallpaper, all kinds of stuff on here. Awesome website. And what these are like a stripped down version of Windows, of course, which I didn't even know nothing about this until about 6 months ago. And I've always kept my old computers going, and my friends and those around in the neighborhood, computers are going, and you know, I just fixed what was on it, or downloaded Windows and put on it, or done a system restore and stuff like that. Because most people, the average people, really isn't going to do this stuff. But you know, I used to have hot rods and stuff, and I used to like custom cars, you know. I didn't usually leave them original. And if these are made for like gaming, and in my case, video editing, streaming, because we want them as lightweight as we can get them, especially video editing and gaming, because we need all the resource of the software that we can get to like pull our game, or to pull our editors and recorders and things such as that. And would these work for everyday use for the daily driver? Those that when you do maybe banking and stuff? Well, some of them, no. But the one we are going to look at today is supposed to be customized and still trusted, okay? Because a lot of these doesn't even have updaters or Defender on it, like the bare bones and some of the ultralights. So we are looking at X Lite, Windows X Lite. Some guys that, if I were going to run a stripped down or a debloated software, this would probably be one of them. This is my pick. There's others out there that works though. But I'm so impressed with their website. And like I said, I used their Windows 10 here. I think this one right here. Anyways, and I don't run Defender or Update or anything. I just leave that off because it's strictly for recording. And it's not on the internet. But here's one, if you do a lot on the internet, and may be considering a version that is a cut down version or a debloated version of Windows, I gotta run Windows. There's a electric drum software that I use that you either gotta have Windows or a Mac. Can't afford a Mac. My arm and leg getting worth what they are, I reckon. But anyways, um, here is one that now I've ran one of these, which is a we shall see. Now I use Pro. Now keep in mind, Pro is what was on mine. Mine came out with 23 H2 Pro, Windows Pro. Now if you got a home edition, you will want to download it, or if you want to upgrade to Pro, you will have to purchase a license, and they are third-party license, pretty reasonable, around $20. And there's a code out there floating around on the internet that you can activate it that way as well. If so, I hear. Now, the code that I use, which may be that code, is I got it from a tech guy online, and it may or may not be that code, and I'm allowed by that particular tech guy to use that code. But nevertheless, $20 for a third-party license wouldn't be bad. But if you're going to download this and you don't really want to buy a license or go through the hassle of trying to get something to work on it, some of those codes won't work that you pull off a line. Some of them will, some of them won't. I know on my daily that I run Windows Enterprise LTSC, and you have to fight it to get it on there. So, if you have a Windows Pro, download the Windows Pro, as we were looking right here. And if you got a home, put a home on it. You won't have to worry about license. In these, I personally don't think there is a whole lot of difference. I used home for years and years with regular Windows. And just so happened this last one on this one was Pro. And then my other ones that I just customized and computers I built, I usually run LTSC. Okay, so I got the Pro license, and that's what I'm going to go with. Now here's the one that I've used in the past. Windows X Lite Optimal 1125H2 Pro V1. The thing about this one, it will only update so far. Now, this is the one that we are going to look at today. Is Windows X Lite Optimal 1125H2 Pro V2. Now, I'm going to let you listen to just a pinch of this video. I don't think it's very long.
We're back with our third Windows 11 25H2 release, which officially moves 25H2 out of the dev channel and into the release preview and public release channels. That means this is our first release that will be compatible with future public channel and release preview channel updates, making it a great time to give Windows 11 25H2 a try. Optimum 11 25H2 is a specialized build of Windows 11 that is designed first and foremost to respect your privacy, improve performance for both gaming and productivity, and offer you much more control than a stock build of Windows does. With features like optional automatic updates, optional Edge and widgets, and optional Windows Defender, this build of Windows puts you back in the driver's seat and gives you the control that you deserve. It offers a more responsive experience that uses less of your PC's resources and offers the same support for hardware and software that you'd expect from a stock build of Windows. I hope you all enjoy Optimum 11 25H2. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Until next time, take care.
Anyway, there's all of your info on this. And now when you say you decide, well, I want to download it, well, just download it. Here's the download link. You would hit the download link. I've already done it. Of course, we all done this, and save it to your file. And when you do, it's a zip file. There's going to be more than just the ISO image in there to make that USB flash ISO image to install it on your computer. In order to get into this zip file, in other words, it's locked, you will have to download 7-zip if your computer don't have it. Okay? So, once you do that, you will extract it. You will download this and then extract all here, this forever the folder. And then you will have the folder, and then when you open it up, I'm not sure, I don't think I still have it. When you open that folder up, though, it will have your ISO image and a few tools to work with, and it will have Rufus in there that you want to update that one. Well, this one should be fresh because it was released yesterday evening, and that would be November the 11th. And so there you have the website and the download of this. And so I'm going to close these out. I think we've saw what we need to see. Now, I've already got my software on here, so none of this is accurate. But when you download this, it will be right at 5.5, 5.7, 5.9, you know, depending on if you run in Defender or not. Mine's, I think, 5.7 with Defender, if I remember right. Okay, you decided to go ahead and download it and make you a ISO image out of a flash drive. And always keep in mind, if you want to truly know that you got a fresh install, go ahead and on some of these third parties, it won't clean it off. It will just, in the hard drive, will still have the old one as well. So make sure you get a fresh install by going to the command prompt and typing in this part, all one word, lowercase, and then it will show that it's this part, and then list disk, and then it will give you a listing of the disk, and then you choose which one. The main hard drive usually is disk 0. So put select disk, whatever your number, in my case 0. And then it would let you know that it's selected. Then you would hit type in clear or clean. Correct me. Clean. And it will clean the hard drive, wipe it off, and then you just exit out and then exit again, and it will bring up. Now, you do this when it brings up the installer. Okay? You don't go ahead and install. You just hold off, bring the command prompt up by hitting Shift and F10, and then you will type in this part, list this, select disk, whatever, and clean, exit, and exit. So that being said, you've got it on here now. And as I showed you the photo earlier, this will be pretty well what you're looking at. Okay? You noticed you get a recycle and a little folder here. I call it the starter pack, and I will show you what I'm talking about. It's still on here. I've just added all this other stuff. Now, in this starter pack, you click into it, and this gets you started off. In other words, when you log into this, you didn't have to fill out an account, which that bothers some people, but you know, they give you to set you up an account right here, the name and everything that you need right here to do so. And then if you got a printer, you will have to enable this in order to get it to work. Check and see what's compatible with these things. Some of the third party, make sure that your printer, and any name brand printer usually works. And then you get a folder of some register files here, and the guide that will guide you through it, that will take you to their website. And then I use Microsoft apps such as the snipping tool, which I said earlier I had to put Microsoft Store on here. Once you get everything on it, if you want the free space, you can always take it off once you get everything installed. Little trick to it though, you don't just go and uninstall it. But, from time to time you might need it. So also, you ain't got no browser. I mean, you don't have Edge, you don't have Chrome, you don't have Brave, you don't have these. So you will have to get started off, and they give you a choice of a few. Edge, why, I don't know. That's why we download this. But anyway, I started out with Chrome and then put Brave on it, which worked out great for me. And then if you want that little weather thing over here that absolutely makes your taskbar look terrible, and say you do use that, some people do, well, you can actually put that on it. I don't. You would just hit on and then install it, because it's cut off right now. And here's some register tweaks. I haven't used any of those, but I'm sure it's handy. Here's their YouTube channel, their website, which is a beautiful website, as we have taken a look, and some things there. And then the wallpapers they give you. I've got on this. I think it comes with this one. I think this one's rather nice. Anyway, that's your starter pack right here. And that'll get you started off to get this the way you want it, okay? I thought I'd throw that in there as well. Yeah, I will show you some photos here. Now I changed this. You get this pretty blue one here. I just changed this one. And I'm going to open that up now and go to my photos. And I should have some here. I'm just going to start clicking on it and looking at it. I'm going to drag this over, and I can't. Well, anyway, I don't think that's going to harm anything. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. I don't think that's going to harm anything. I believe everybody can see this. I will pull it in. Now, this size is after I had to download Microsoft Store and put the snipping tool, or the screenshot tool here, the snipping tool here, and that's why that it says 619. I had no way to document it until I downloaded this. Now, the more you download, the bigger it's going to get, of course. And moving on to the next picture is, this is fresh out of the box. Now, keep in mind, I do have the snipping tool up. And so that's some looks at what it is doing, which is pretty good, considering the original is, I don't know, this one run about half. Okay, background, you got 16 on this one, and it's showing 50 Windows processors. Now, the regular 25H2 is over 100, so keep that in mind. It's down half of stuff running in the background. There are tools that you can run to get this down to probably around 45.6. Not that much difference, but yeah. And that's actually what it looked like right out of the box. So you get the recycle and then the little starter kit here, I call it, the starter folder. And but that's what it looked like when you get downloaded. Not a bunch of stuff across the taskbar here, like the regular one. Here, once again, it showed 17 instead of 16. And then this is what it was running after I ran the, it was one of the tools. I think it was Chris Titus, I think, is the one I ran. And then when you run it, it will, see, it knocked it down to about 5. And we are back to where we started. Now, to show after I downloaded my stuff, and keep this in mind, I guess it's this one. Here I'm running 15. 15 to 17 is Enterprise LTSC stock, right out of the box, fresh install. The 25H2 is, I think it's 20.6, 20.7, somewhere's in there. So when I get my stuff installed on the regular 25H2, it is right at 50, okay? So I'm got 15 on this with my stuff. I don't have my drum software yet, and that will boost this up. I think it'll be about 20, 19, 20 in there when I get that on it, which normally we were like mid 50s with the regular. So the disk space is awesome on this. And this ain't but a 500 hard drive. So as you can see, I need, if you're going to use it for video, and the reason I'm using this mini to do videos as well is it's a little mini computer. I can take it home and plug it in my TV screen or my little monitor, or I can bring it out here and I don't have to worry about sending my videos to a cloud or putting it on a flash drive or another hard drive. I can just leave everything right here where I am working on it and use it that way. Now, keep in mind, I am running Defender on here, and take a look at some of this. This is what it's running, pulling OBS Studio, and yeah, OBS Studio. You see anything else open? No. Which still ain't too awful bad. Let me open the other side of it up here. Okay. Now, this is what's running right now. 49 and 18, which still isn't too bad, and I've, you know, running OBS Studio right now. So that gives you an idea there. But anyway, so the file is like it normally is, although it does have a custom tool on it, and these are still the same. If you want it to perform a little better, you can switch this to the Chris Titus tool. Put it anyway. You can put this PC. I'm always using these folders, so I leave it like this, get into my video ed, the photos, and you know, my little thing that I do when I edit. So several things that you can do. Knock these off actually helps it a little. I just done that to make it look better. But here you do have a little editing, a customizing tool right here, and these are some of the settings that I'm running right now to make it look, the rumor is, like Windows 12 will look. Who knows, right? And if I want to run a different menu here, you just run it right here, and then you got your different ones. And now it will look like this, very translucent or parent, whichever see. And I kind of like this because you got your settings, you got everything. It's kind of like Windows 10 was, although I like theirs better, where you got the little square folder like things over here, and you can. In this one, if you want to use it, you can just like say I want to put this in the start menu and say maybe something else here. Apps, that's what I'm looking for. Maybe the camera you might use from time to time to snap a picture or something. You want it there, or whatever. You might want the calculator there. I usually put it on my taskbar, but I forgot, I reckon. And when you go back into it now, it will have them like that and still your settings. Then if you need to get to those you don't use so much, you just do that. Pretty nifty little tool. It's beautiful. So nice little custom tool. Start all back is what it's named. You get 100 days on it. And that's a lot of days. What do you do after that? Well, you can buy it for $5. Guys, I reckon I've covered everything in this new software that they have out. I will go to settings, and here you got the updater. See, it is 7/11/30. I mean, I don't know if I still be breathing air then. But if you want to, see on the other one, you couldn't set this either, and you can. Well, maybe not. Yeah, you still can't set that, but you could do the auto update and stuff on it. Right now, I've got it paused, and have no reason to update. Well, I will too. This has got Defender on it. And I did it to show, that it's actually on here. I don't even know if it's working, but it's activated. And if you want to take it off, there is software that take it off, which would speed this thing up. Anyway, in closing, let me show you actually what it is. I kind of already did, but this is what I'm running. It is Windows 11 Pro 25H2, 26200 7019 build. So it is a newer build than the other one. So it is Windows X Lite. And it picked my license right up. We good. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And have a good day. And I'll catch you on the next one.